So I keep saying that there needs to be some type of standard to bringing life into this world, because there are a lot of people, especially at the bottom. Um, it's not a race thing, because I'm seeing both white people at the bottom and black people at the bottom um, continue to have children, but then either they're SAing the kids or just so they can kill them. Sometimes it's on accident, but it's a lot of times the child is not being watched because they're so poor. So first they need to get themselves out of poverty. The second thing is they're doing it on purpose. They're killing their own kids on purpose. So they don't want the children. There's one video that I saw of a black man. It was a black couple. They got into it. The woman hops out the car, or takes the child out the car seat. But the father then takes the child, put the child in the middle of the street of traffic. Like, he takes the child out of the car, you guys. Put the child in the middle of the street and then drive off. When he drives off, he accidentally, so he says, he didn't know, but he drove over his own child. But it just didn't make sense to put the child outside. Anyway, there needs to be laws for real. Like I said, it has nothing to do with like race. At this point, it's low level white people and low level black people. And so there needs to be like requirements where you have to meet a certain type of like standard before you can give birth. And if you don't, you just go to jail for a certain amount of time. Like, they need to get serious about people need to get serious about bringing life into this world. It's like getting really, really crazy. But like, if you don't meet a financial standard, then you can't have kids. If you don't meet a psychological standard, like the same way you go out and you need like to take I think that you have to take a psychological test or whatever to have a gun, you need to be able to do that and more to bring in life. Like, that standard needs to be bumped up a little bit more, because it's like anybody can just have a child. And like, the men, they never been responsible for what's in between their legs. They will impregnate anything. Prostitutes, people that's like just on drugs. Like, if a person goes to the hospital so many times and they're on drugs, it should be a law where, okay, you came in here on drugs, it's a law that you have to get a vasectomy or your tubes tied or something like that. I don't know, but I ain't got all the answers. But I'm telling y'all, in the black community and in these like communities where it's just like very low level people, there needs to be some type of law.